Welcome to Faithful Hearts Equine Learning Services instructional video series. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a couple of tying methods to safely tie a horse, and we're going to be talking about some aspects of grooming. Okay, to get started, when you bring your horse in from the pasture to tie him in the barn, you want to make sure that you're always tying the horse to a sturdy object. So you would never tie a horse to a panel, a gate, just a board of a board fence, a T-post, or a wire fence. You always want to make sure you tie in the designated tie areas, a hitching rail, a hitching ring like this that's attached to the wall. So I'm going to be using Angel, and she is broke to tie. She's only a 2-year-old, but she has been tied many times. So we're going to start by showing you a quick release knot. And the reason that we would like for our clients and volunteers to tie with a quick release knot is because you can quickly pull one end of the rope and the knot comes apart and you can get the horse out of there if there's an emergency. And also, if a horse does pull back against a knot, the knot will come out and you won't have to cut the rope. So the first thing you do, as I did, I'm going to use the bottom ring here. We're going to thread our rope through the ring, and you're going to leave about an arm's length for the horse on this end of the rope. Then you're going to, near the ring, make a twist, which makes a loop. And then you're going to take this end of the rope, lay it right on the cross of that loop. With your right hand, hold the loop you just made. With your left hand, make another loop and put the left loop into the right loop and pull it tight. Okay, so it should just come out just like that, and you can release the horse. Okay, so that's one way to safely tie a horse. The other way is if you have an old snaffle bit like here, you can put the ring up against the mouthpiece like this, thread this end of the rope to the right, go around behind the mouthpiece of the bit, and pull it until it's the length that you need. And this is a safe way to tie a horse that may be a little bit more on the spooky side, and maybe that horse has a tendency to pull back. So what happens here is if she were to pull, it just slides right out, but it still keeps tension on the rope and her halter. So she thinks that she's not getting away, but she's not getting hurt either. So we're going to use this right here. Have her step forward just a little bit. Okay, so remember, we're going to give her about an arm's length, and that's so she can't get this rope behind her ears if she starts moving around. That will sometimes cause a horse to spook while they're tied. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is when you come out to groom a horse and you're getting a horse ready for a session, is to make sure that you're not in a hurry. First of all, give yourself plenty of time to catch the horse, to bring him in, and to check that horse over for any injuries it may have gotten out in the pasture. And you can use your hands, just run your hands all over the horse's body, look for bumps, abrasions, scrapes, blood, anything like that, anything significant. Make sure you bring it to the attention of the instructor. And as far as grooming goes, I'm not necessarily going to talk to you about how to groom a horse to get it clean for a class. That is an experience that you just need to join us and come practice for yourself. But we want the grooming experience to be a reward, a treat for you and the horse, and it should be a unique bonding experience. So with that being said, it requires you to be focused and be present with the horse, paying attention to your technique, how you're using the brush, how much pressure you're putting on the horse's body with the brush, and that you're also watching the horse for little signs of discomfort. If you have picked up a metal curry comb, for example, and you're using it on the horse's side, and you notice the horse is kind of moving away or acting slightly irritated by swishing its tail, stomping its foot, that's going to tell you that that brush is making the horse uncomfortable, or the amount of pressure you're using is uncomfortable to the horse. So it's a good idea to be really present, focus on that technique, and also to watch the horse for signs of relaxation. When you use your hands on the horse as you're checking it over, you should start to see the horse's head begin to lower, and they might cock a back foot, droop their lip. Their eyes should be relaxed and blinking. So all of those are signs that the horse is relaxing and enjoying that experience. So when you get the privilege of teaching a client how to groom a horse, we want you to make sure to bring all these aspects of the grooming experience to the client's attention. And sometimes it's easy to start getting engaged in conversation with the client, and that's a good thing. It's a good time for you and the client to bond, but always bring the client's attention back to the technique that they're using on the horse and being very aware of the pressure that you're putting on the horse, and teach the client to watch for those little signs of the horse's body language and how they're starting to relax. And that's going to improve the whole experience for everybody. The horse is going to be more relaxed when it begins to do its session, and you're going to be relaxed if you're not in a hurry, and the client is going to be relaxed that they got to have that experience with you. So those are some points to consider when you come out to groom the horse. Don't think of it as a task just to get over with and get the horse clean, but as an experience for relaxation and releasing tension for you and the horse. If you do happen to be running late and you find yourself in a hurry, don't focus so much on getting the entire horse clean. Mainly just focus on getting the horse checked over for any injuries and get the saddle area clean. Those are the most important things to have a good session. So make sure that, again, you check your mental state at the gate and that you're present with the horse. Any questions, post in the comments. I'd love to chat. Thanks for watching.